Здорово. Хочу, но посмотрим, что как.
It looks like a head.
Там будет видно.
It looks like a head.
Что как.
It looks like a head. What is it?
A deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children!
О.
Martha, wake up, dear. Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother.
Да, вот можно как
Come
раз
here,
1
Jack.
июля и
Did you
закончить.
find him?
Мгм.
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
If I'd known you lived this close.
Буду это, ну, заводить
Don't fool
это
yourself.
пожелание.
When the woman is bleeding inside, it either stops
Вот
or
как
it
раз
doesn't.
это.
All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that.
Как его?
I'm sorry.
Ну, 13
but the
сентября
living
грид
must
выходит,
take care of the
4-й.
living. Jack,
Вот, вот как
the
раз
children
можно
some
будет
soup,
13 завести. Ну, не 13, пока ломанут. Ну, если не в день.
will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say. People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring the water. Sometimes you get lucky, but not this year.
Thank you, Jack.
Я чем бы? Не знаю. Херней.
Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan.
Или вообще, может, на ретро перейти, блядь. Да.
Would have kept me busy for
Другой
the rest
канал
of my
создать.
life.
Никому про нее ничего не сказать. Группу нахуй закрыть. Да, что там еще можно сделать? Ну, что-нибудь еще можно сделать, да.
What happened?
Вот.
I refused.
Другой канал.
All I
Что-нибудь
cared about
такое
was
там.
working on a cathedral again.
Что-нибудь ретро-геймс, что-нибудь назвать. И вперед, бля.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
Даже, сука, спасибо не сказала, а. Блядина.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women
Вадим,
die in
прикинь,
labor.
Вадим, у Тофика
Men
сегодня
abandon
днюха.
their children all the time.
Будем
It
Тофика
is
поздравлять,
rare
блядь.
that they return.
Вот.
Is that
И,
what
короче,
happened to you
чё?
and your son?
И ретруху какую-нибудь топовую стрибить, и все, и
No.
нормально.
That is an altogether different
Как
story.
показывает статистика,
One I haven't even
ну,
told Jack yet.
могут и залететь, да,
All I
могут и
can say
залететь.
is, I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
How do you get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way.
Да.
My little
Так что
cub
это.
caught his first deer
Ну это.
today, all by
Короче,
himself.
с 1 июля стрим заканчивается, пацаны, все.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
Другой канал GTA, другой канал
You do
ретро.
that to
Да
roll
нет,
each
ты
other?
чё, знаешь, сколько возни, блядь?
No, they don't
Это,
pray
блядь,
on
настраивать
each other.
это все, не.
They talk to God.
Это такое.
It's a
Я
place of
думал,
worship.
конечно, об этом, но
A
это,
home for
блядь,
priests
не,
and
ну
monks.
его нахер.
Oh.
В общем, короче,
Eat well, children. You'll need your strength.
And so do you,
ну а зачем ты
Master
мне
Builder.
подал заявку, когда я тебе 500 миллионов раз сказал,
Go
что я
on,
тебе
tuck
добавлять
in.
не буду.
I will. Thank you.
В общем, с 1 июля все. Да. Конец стримом.
So, what is it?
I told you that the monk
Да.
had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
Так что все, пацаны.
Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as
Мы с вами
murder.
прощаемся через месяц.
Then I have to steal him. I have
Я
to
ухожу,
undo what
блядь.
I've done. I have to take back my son.
Я ухожу с
Think for a
YouTube, блядь.
moment.
Ну его
You've been
нахер,
out of
да.
work since summer.
Эти игры, блядь, новые стримить неохота, что-то уже все надоело, блядь. Ничего не буду делать, блядь. Вот. А со 2 июля я, блядь, новый канал создам и пойду ретро стримить, блядь, да. И никому ничего не скажу. Все. Идите вы все
Leave the
нахер,
baby
блядь.
with the monks. Keep
Буду,
it
блядь,
warm
Дэнди
and
с
fed.
Сегой, со Сонькой и со СНЕСом стримить, блядь. А там, может, PS2 подключим еще, блядь. PSP-шечку, GameCube, блядь.
I don't know.
Нормально, пойдет,
Since Agnes
пойдет.
died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle.
Так
and
что, а
strong.
зачем отключать? Ну, другой чат сделайте, все, другой же канал-то
You
будет,
also
правильно?
don't have to go through this
Вот,
alone.
все.
Jack and I will have to leave
Нормально.
this place soon.
И все, и сразу же заживем, блядь. Донаты полетят, бля. Круче, чем у Папича будет, блядь. Папич будет, блядь, отсасывать.
I
Да.
don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
Сразу прям первый стрим, первый лям, нахуй. Да, какого-нибудь шейха там, блядь, из Израиля там, или не знаю, из Дубая, блядь. Нормально, нормально. А то тут какие-то, блядь, Need for Speed, блядь, какие-то там Call of Duty, блядь, популярные. Зачем, нахуй? Следующий донат БВМ5. Да, блядь, да, чё, прям к окну пригонят, блядь. Ништяк, ништяк. Заживу, блядь, виллу куплю себе, нахуй. Прям топчик будет, блядь.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead
Миллион
deer,
подписчиков, блядь, на второй
and
день
a
сразу,
giant
на.
called Tom.
Все, блядь. Второй миллион на третий день, блядь. Буду круче всех, нахуй. Прям сразу, вот увидите, блядь, вот увидите, прям мгновенно, нахуй. Ну, люди привыкли всякое говно смотреть, конечно, чё. Чё нет. Сейчас мало кто остался, чтоб там какую-нибудь игрульку глянуть интересную. Да, даже если она старая. А, это все херня. А, он уже приехал туда. Окей.
My brother is as stubborn as you are sometimes. But I trust him. The bishop has to see this.
В общем, короче, да, все. Угу. 1 июля я, блядь, ухожу, пацаны. Я устал, я ухожу, блядь.
Who am I to approach the bishop at dusk like a thief?
Да, а там это... Да, нарвался на Лазутина, а там, блядь, это... Ну, стрим по Сонику, блядь, по Сешке, нахуй.
If I can face up
Охуенно будет. Вот это кликбейт, блядь.
a grand palace for the glory of God.
Короче, ладно, я, конечно, шучу, пацаны, естественно, шучу. Но я вот все-таки подумаю, наверное, ретро будет побольше, блядь. Да, чем V. Надо подключать PSP. Надо подключать GameCube, плойку вторую, Nintendo DS. Надо подключить Сешку, Dendy, TurboGrafx, блядь, Neo Geo и так далее и тому подобное. Все дела, короче, да. Прям, чтобы, блядь, от ПК вообще ничего не осталось.
Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for God now accepteth thy works.
Так что с 1 июля изменится то, что нихуя не изменится. Вот. Вот такие дела, да, все. Вот такие перемены, блин. Надо вообще это, ну, как его, 35 каналов, блядь, сделать, да. На первом канале только квесты будут, на втором только стратегии, на третьем онлайн только, да. На четвертом браузерки там, вот. На пятом гонки, на шестом шутары там, блядь, да. Вот. И тогда меня вообще на говно разорвет. Во будет класс, блядь.
How can I help you?
В общем, нормально. Угу.
I have come to see the bishop.
Who may I tell the bishop is visiting?
I am Philip of Gwyneth.
And what may I tell Bishop Whaler
Да,
is
не
the
буду.
reason for your visit?
Все. Я
The
теперь
bishop
ЧСВ.
insists that I ask.
Я теперь ни с кем не общаюсь. С 1000 рублей и тогда это. Одно сообщение.
I carry a letter that proves there will be a war.
A war?
Есть Папич, а я
but the
буду
bishop
Андреичем,
may be
короче,
able to
вот.
stop it.
It is urgent one. I will let the bishop know that you are here. Please, wait here a short while.
Все, блядь, все. Пиздец теперь. Че думали-то, блядь? Так просто, что ли, блядь? Почти 3-й год стримлю, блядь, а нихуя ничего нет. Ни донатов, ничего. Все теперь, блядь, да. Буду теперь ЧСВшным,
If
на.
I can face our Lord, then why would I be afraid to face my
Андреич
bishop?
Гейминг теперь будет канал называться, ну. Не 562,
Why would the
почему?
bishop see me?
Я
St. John's
насчитал,
Chapel is smaller than this side building.
ну, 3 штуки, блядь. Ну, за 3 года 3 штуки, это как бы 1000 по год, блядь. Это по 1000 в год, короче. Такое, да. Вот. Я же деньги тратил, конечно, чё. Там, ну, раньше, конечно, это, как бы, ну, почаще залетало.
I may lead only a
Да.
small cell, but that
Может,
does not
не
mean
по,
my
не
matters
по
are of
многу,
less
но...
importance.
Да, сейчас, блядь. Сейчас что-то такое.
The bishop will see you now.
300 тысяч? Ну да, нормально. Было бы хорошо. Да. Я бы сейчас зажил его, блядь. Шучу, конечно.
Philip of Gwyneth.
The Right Reverend Bishop Whaler in Bygod.
Please, sit down.
Thank you, Right Reverend.
Please, call me Whaleran. I hear you've done good work at that little cell in the forest.
Или, ну да, короче, вот,
How
пацаны,
did you know about it?
35 каналов теперь будет с 1 июля, нахуй.
As
Yeah.
bishop, I am the ex officio abbot of Kingsbridge. So, I am bound to take an interest.
Я себе представил, блядь, что бы у меня в ВБС творилось бы, блядь.
I wish God would confer
Пиздец
similar
был бы,
blessings
блядь,
on
вообще, на.
Kingsbridge Priory.
Это тогда надо, блядь,
Timothy said
не 3
you were
монитора, как я
talking
хочу,
about a
блядь, а 43, наверное, блядь.
war.
I expect you know that Stephen of Blois has claimed the throne of England. With the blessing of the church.
Already? I had heard of plans and of aspirations. This is very good. I have met Stephen. As bishop, I am
Думаешь,
much
не
involved
пойдешь
in
работать?
politics. Of
Мгм.
course, the church can never be involved enough.
Hmm.
Now, how do you know of this? Ah, your brother Francis is working for Earl Robert of Gloucester.
В общем,
is he
вот,
not?
да.
Did
да.
he tell you?
Пиздец, да.
Excuse
Что-то у
me.
нас ГГ заболел, что ли?
Yes. Francis mentioned this to me. He is indeed working for the Earl of Gloucester.
You mentioned a war. Tell me, Philip, why are you here?
Как ты быстро
Was I
прочитал.
wrong to come to you, my bishop? Maybe I should have taken the letter to the sheriff of Shiring.
Eustace is ungodly, arrogant, grasping and corrupt. So
Еще
are
шериф
all
какие были
sheriffs.
тогда, да. А,
Philip, how did you get this letter?
хотя, по-моему, до Инквизиции, блять, рановато, да.
I found it among Prior James's documents in Kingsbridge. I am staying there for a few days.
Prior James. May he rest in peace. Did he not order everything to be burned?
You know about this?
Sub-Prior Remigius mentioned it once.
I
Уже успел,
asked
блядь.
them not to burn James's books. The brothers agreed.
Well, and there you found the letter.
Yes.
Timothy, leave us.
Угу. Угу. Угу.
And did you find anything
Нет.
else?
No,
Нет.
just the letter. The messenger carrying it had an accident and died near Kingsbridge.
And your brother Francis told you about it?
Нет.
No,
Philip,
Нет.
you already told me you have talked with
Ну
him
да,
about
но не он мне
this. From the letter
сказал.
I see the messenger was employed by your brother's master. That is why it is understandable that you would want to protect him. But there is no need to lie to me.
a war would cost so many lives.
God
Да, какая же,
thunders
бля,
wondrously with
жопа-то
his
в те
voice.
времена была, а?
He does great things that we cannot comprehend.
Это как это,
Job.
в Терминаторе в первом с
This is
гоблинским
not the work
переводом,
of
бля.
God.
Какие там у них года были? 87-й, по-моему, бля. И вот он, сука,
You
переводит,
are
бля. Когда же у нас нормальные мобилы будут, блядь? Не скоро, блядь, не
I
скоро.
will call on friends of mine. Pray for us
Вот тут
that we
то же
can
самое,
put an
бля.
end to Bartholomew's plan before it is too late.
Ведь ни хера не было, да? Ни
You did a
медицины,
brave
ничего,
thing
блядь.
for our church, brother Philip.
Такое
A
прям.
brave thing indeed. You'll go back to Kingsbridge Priory now and forget about the sheriff, won't you?
I will.
And don't speak of this to anyone there.
I shan't.
Что-то, короче, не очень, да? Поболтали-то, блядь.
The bishop might be watching. I'd better stay on the path. We should leave. I'd better feed her before we leave. My pony should be fed. Do I just take some hay? My pony needs to be fed. No, not now.
Окей.
I'd better feed her. Here. You're still hungry, aren't you? I already took some hay. Better leave the rest here. We should leave. I'd better leave. I shouldn't push my luck. We will find you something to eat on the way, old girl.
Did you pack enough food? It will be a while before you get to eat smoked venison again.
Yeah, I took some.
Anyone seen Martha?
She said she had to piss.
All right. I'll go get her.
You're a mason too, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what have you built so far? I'm sure Jack would love to hear about your work.
Houses. I mostly carve rocks. I haven't built much yet.
That must be hard work.
Right.
They're looking for you.
I don't want to leave. It's so dangerous out there. I don't want to get robbed again.
I've got a slingshot.
Maybe you could teach me how to use it.
I will.
Papa usually protects me. But he can't always be around. He needs to take care of himself too.
We're more now. There will always be someone around.
No, that's not true. And I want to stay here where it's safe.
This knight is Charles the Great. He will protect you.
Oh. Am I his princess?
You are. Together you are brave and smart and will never give up.
All right. I have to stay steadfast. Thank you, Jack.
Martha! Where are you?
Come on. We're going on a great quest.
On our way, I told Martha the names of my trees. There was the birch, Jerusalem, and the oaks, Alexandria and Byzantium. When I pointed out Rome, she laughed and named an apple tree Southampton. The farther we walked, the merrier she became, christening all the new trees Winchester. Finally, we arrived at a large road. This heads towards Shiring, Tom said. By noon, we had reached the edge of town. Mother gave us some dry prunes to chew while she argued with Tom whether we should head directly to town or pass. As we approached the building, Tom noticed the cold in Mother's eyes. Although she had agreed to accompany him to the bishop, she had remained quiet about her true feelings, while Tom... A servant to the Bishop of Shiring agreed to talk to Tom. He was hesitant, but not unwilling to hire a master builder for the winter. His expression... I am sorry, he said, not unkindly. Maybe the Earl of Shiring will hire you. His castle is nearby, and I heard he may be in dire need of people like you. He smiled encouragingly, then sent us off, claiming his bishop had business to attend to.
You don't know me. You're misjudging whatever it is I did. I'm willing to forgive your mistake if you accept my offer now.
This is all about family honor to you, isn't it? Perhaps I should tell you about my mother. She was a happy person who loved to laugh and tell stories, but father made her miserable. Oh, he's not a bad man, but solemn and strict. She hated him so much she died from it.
Are you saying you don't like me?
You're so self-centered. You never think about anyone else's feelings. You have no refinement, and you can barely read. What were you expecting?
One day you will see that you are wrong, and then I won't be so forgiving.
All right. Let's hope it's true and the Earl needs us.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Alfred, keep an eye out. I'll be right back. And boys, try to get along.
An eye out for what?
Papa wants him to look for things that are broken.
Some people don't know they need a mason until you show them.
Papa could fix their walls or build a house. One man can build an entire house? I want to see.
Learn what you can, but don't stray too far.
Ugh. Why won't anyone just give me something to eat?
Stay sharp, Jack. People are rarely what they seem. See that knight over there? What does he look like to you?
He looks like a small bear.
True, but even small bears can have an appetite for blood. Just because we are out of the forest, that doesn't mean there are no wolves about.
Hello, Jack. Have you ever been to a castle before?
No.
Castles are very safe places. People don't rob you so fast.
Mother told me stories about castles, about knights and princesses.
Oh, like what?
Like the one about Tristan and Isolde. They drank a potion and had to love each other for 3 years.
I know that one. Jack, do you think there's a princess in this castle? It would be so nice to see a real princess one day.
Hey, boy, come here. Say, what do you think about Tom?
He's nice.
Well, let me tell you something. He may seem nice, but he really doesn't care about anyone but himself. Whatever you do, he doesn't care. He'll just drag you into his own misery. So take my advice. If you and your mother want to stay, you better learn to shut up and put yourself second. That's all I'm saying.
Jack, be careful. But don't get too close.
I can't believe the Earl allowed his daughter to refuse him. How scandalous.
Well, William Hamley is an idiot. I wouldn't marry him either. She deserves someone better. Such a very bright and charming girl.
No, she's an arrogant one, just like her father.
Don't see that. It's not arrogance. It's nobility. You have to be like that if you want people to respect you.
I agree. She will do fine. It's the Earl's son I'm more worried about. To think that coward is set to be next in line.
At least he knows how to order people around.
Right. What a brat.
Hello, my name is Jack. Are you knights?
We are? Why, you want to be like us?
Like you?
Tell you what, snatch us some food from the keep, and we might train you. Very good. That should be a valuable first lesson.
What is it, boy? You just want to stand there and stare? All right, then. Let's see what you've got.
Are you a knight?
No talking. That'd be cheating. Ah, reckoned you'd be as ballsy as your ginger, but my mistake. Another time, perhaps. Cheers, lad.
Will you be fighting soon?
Why are you asking? All right, let me tell you a secret. Can you keep a secret? What color is your shite, boy?
Brown.
Nice. Mine's grey, like ash. But that's a secret, isn't it? For my shite's color is neither your nor anyone else's business. So you'd better keep that to yourself. Got it?
Huh.
What a strange boy.
Watch your step, you little twit.
Don't mind him, boy. That's just William Hamley. He was hoping for a princess, but all he got was a boot.
What's he doing? Do you think he forgot something?
His dignity, perhaps?
Look, you strike me as an honest worker, but we have a Wright who does all the repairs for us.
Then something else, maybe? I heard rumours that there's all kinds of work here.
Well, unfortunately, it's not builders we're looking for. Actually, it's quite the opposite.
I understand. Thank you for your consideration. Walk with me, boy.
I'm sorry, boy, but Lady Aliena won't see any visitors today.
Lady Aliena?
A charming young woman. She lives on top of the keep.
Like a princess?
Well, no. Although, I suppose she would make a splendid queen indeed. For now, she is just the Earl of Shiring's daughter, and quite good at her role, if I may say so. And farewell to you.
We have followers all over the south of England.
Of course. You're the Earl, after all.
A title doesn't guarantee anything, my son.
I don't understand. Is that why you sent all those letters?
We only know what's happening in the south. Earl Robert is in the west.
Together we control the entire southwest.
Not all of it, but we have messengers in place to keep us informed about everything. Now, be quiet for a moment. I need to think.
Stop right there. I'm sorry, boy.
So, have you heard about anyone else who might need a mason?
Last summer they were building at the monastery in Shaftesbury, but they might be finished now.
I've been to Shaftesbury. Already too many masons for too little work. What about Earl's Castle?
That's up to the Earl and his steward to decide. I can't.
Even a fool can see these buildings need work. If the Earl's not worrying about his stalls and his kitchens, it might be something else.
Did you know there's a princess living here?
Well, I heard the Earl has a daughter, but that's about it.
They refused you.
Oh, just because work rarely falls into one's lap, that doesn't mean there is none. I'll give this place a look over while you tell your mother to be patient.
What are you looking for?
Something to convince the Earl that keeping things the way they are won't do for long. Could be something small, like washed out mortar or a loose column. Yeah, I need to see the hole before I can carve the rock.
Alfred is angry.
What? Why?
He says you're selfish and don't care about him.
Thank you for telling me, Jack. I will talk to him later.
What do you need work for?
It pays. It buys shelter and clothing and we don't have to starve. Not everyone can live in a forest, boy.
No?
No. People need to be around people. And for that, things have to be set in stone. Like the laws in towns, or rents, or wages. If everyone did whatever they liked, things would get very bad very quickly.
Can't you work somewhere else?
Not if we want to eat tonight. I'm going to talk to some people. You just keep an eye out. And if you see something I can fix, let me know.
Come on. Bring us something tasty.
The keep is right up there. You want to become a knight, don't you?
I found this in the keep's kitchen. Can you teach me how to be a knight now?
Shit.
No.
Oh, shit.
You can't just steal from the Earl.
We were messing with you, lad. Just messing.
Put that thing away. Quick. Let's pretend we didn't see it.
Have you found Tom?
He's still trying to get work.
Then you should go back to him and learn how he succeeds.
What if he fails?
Well, he is stubborn and proud. Whatever happens, there will be a lesson. Something tells me you should go and help.
There are so many knights here. Do you think there's also a princess?
There is one.
What?
There is a princess here.
Oh, show me.
My lady,
Yes, Matthew?
there are 2 children downstairs, desperately wanting to see you.
Children?
A rather cheerful little girl, and an annoying boy.
Well, considering that it is my role to tend to my father's guests, I believe I can see them.
Your father let you renounce a wedding. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you declined this as well.
But a cheerful little girl?
And an annoying boy.
We will get along. You may bring them up. Oh, it's you. I noticed you and your parents from my window. What can I do for you? You're quite shy, aren't you? Would you like something to eat?
But they won't serve food yet.
They do what I tell them. I will have Matthew get you some bread.
Yes, please. Where's your mother?
My mother died.
Aren't you sad?
I was, but that was a long time ago. My brother Richard can't even remember her.
My mother's dead too.
When did she die?
Last week.
Oh. Who's that woman with you then?
That's my mother.
And where's your father?
I never had a father.
Where did you come from then?
From my mother. All young things come from their mothers. What have fathers got to do with it?
I think you should have a word with your mother. Come on, I want to show you something. Have you ever been up this high before?
No. Wow. All the people look so small. Like little mice. You must be up here every day.
I used to, but nowadays I try to hold myself back.
Why?
We are about to make some great enemies. If our first assault fails, they may want to lay siege to our castle, so I will have to get used to staying up here for a long while. I suppose this view will bore me soon enough. Till then, I'm trying to keep it special.
And you're sharing it with us? I don't think that I'd ever get bored by this.
Come on, let's go back down. Matthew will take you to your parents.
How did it go?
Oh, she was so pretty. Don't you agree, Jack?
Something tells me you should go and help Tom.
I wish I was like her.
What is it, boy?
The well is in bad repair.
It is? Yeah, very good, Jack. That's one thing the Earl needs to get fixed for sure. Now, see if you can spot any more damage. Even better, keep an ear out for gossip about the Earl. If we can figure out what kind of man he is, we might learn what's important to him.
Lady Aliena is expecting an attack.
An attack? So the Earl is planning to go to battle. That's very helpful, Jack. Now, see if you can spot any more damage.
I see you're opting to become part of the furnishings. Well, grab any corner you like and invigorate it with your presence. It would make us all very, very happy.
You there, what do you want? My father and I have important business, so go play in the yard with the other children.
No. The Earl is busy, boy.
I won't say it again.
Is anything broken here?
My nose, I guess, and a few of my ribs.
And apart from that, we're fine.
This isn't broken, is it? Is anything broken here? They're not talking to me. Is anything broken here?
Well, these battlements could use a fresh stone or two, but apart from that...
The battlements are broken.
I noticed that already. Anything else?
There is a wall without mortar.
If that's true, you have a very keen eye. Well, that should do for now. Now, stay sharp. You did a very good job, son. Now, come along. You deserve to see if it works.
Look, I'd like to give you work, but we don't need you.
I just hope you're not expecting a siege soon.
Why do you say that? 'Your
defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defences are in bad repair. 'Your defenses 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 are in bad repair. '
Be specific, man.
The mortar in your walls has come away in places. This leaves an opening for a crowbar, and once there's a hole, it's easy to pull the entire wall down.
Anything else?
Yeah, the keep has an undercroft with a wooden door. If I were attacking the keep, I'd go through that door and start a fire in the stores.
And if you were the Earl, how would you prevent that?
I'd have a pile of stone ready shaped and a supply of sand and lime for mortar. And a mason standing by ready to block up that doorway in times of danger.
Matthew, may I have a word with you?
Well, we have a home. For now. Is that all right for you all?
Of course.
Alfred?
Why are you asking me?
Because you're a builder. And I think you have a say in it too.
It's fine with me.
Grab your things, everyone, and follow me. It's time we put a roof over our heads.
And thus Tom Builder had finally found work. Little did we know then that it wouldn't last for long.
It's good you sent your brother to tell your flock in St. John's about your nomination. If you'd gone yourself, they might not have let you leave again.
There is a good chance I will return to St. John's after the election today.
Why so pessimistic?
Many of the brothers still want Remigius to become prior.
Running St. John's must be hard work. But running Kingsbridge Priory would be a much greater task.
Perfect for our brother Philip. Tell me, Philip, what will be the first thing that you do when you're elected?
We will repair the cathedral.
It's about time.
Long overdue. If only we weren't in debt. How would we pay for the repairs? You cannot go in there. What was that? Who are these people? Hey!
Step back. Step back, I said.
What is going on out there?
Soldiers?
Did they start a war again? Those fools.
Philip! It's Francis. They have Francis.
Francis.
What is this?
It's an invasion, that's what it is.
Brother Philip, I'm afraid these soldiers are looking for your brother. He has just arrived. 2 of them followed him into the cloister.
No.
They said they're looking for someone.
They were questioning some of our brothers.
What is happening here?
Return to your brothers, monk.
We'll question you soon enough.
What are you doing here?
You'll know soon.
They were questioning.
Yes.
What is happening?
I intend to find out.
What's your name? It would be easier for us all if you just came with us.
What about the child? Is it yours?
Francis.
Like it or not, you'll be coming with us.
We were looking for you.
What are you doing here? And who is... Who is that?
I found him. In the woods.
Hey!
Hey!
We fed him goat's milk in St. John's. Johnny Eightpence did. He says he misses you.
He was always very sentimental.
Hey!
Philip, you must not tell these men my name. My Lord Robert of Gloucester believes me to be in Winchester.
I gave the letter to the bishop. He said he'd help.
May God have mercy on us. I was wrong to send you.
What is it?
These men are with the bishop. He is here, in Kingsbridge.
The bishop is here?
Hey, you two. You should listen when you're spoken to. Who are you? And what about the child?
Did you make it? Did you two do it and make a little baby? By God, you look so funny. Oh, come on. Let me hold him.
A name, or both of your names. Come on, you two. Give us something we can work with.
The child is under my protection.
Oh, is it now?
Good for you, monk. What's your name? And don't pretend you can't talk, because I'm sick of listening to you.
I am Philip. Philip of Gwynedd.
It's him we're looking for, not the other one.
Monks, they all look alike.
We were looking for you. Bishop Wailerun wants to see you.
Oh.
We found him. He's here. Tell the bishop.
They found the monk.
The bishop. Tell the bishop.
Go on, monk. We'll all keep an eye on you.
You will be safe.
What are you waiting
Ora pro nobis peccatoribus. Oh, e che venit cum nobis et vitae Deum omnis oculus.
That's him. That's the monk.
Et
We're anxious of it.
Tell the bishop.
Amen. 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 Santa Maria.
I thought he would at least be taller than me.
Maria Mater Dei. Ora pro nobis peccatoribus.
What is going on here, Philip?
I don't know.
The bishop knows he's here. We told him.
He's expecting you.
Et vitae Deum omnis oculus. Et qui eum pugerunt et plangent.
Philip. There you are.
The Right Reverend Bishop Wailerun, by God.
Philip and I are already acquainted.
You were looking for me, my bishop?
I was. Remigius, Philip does look distressed, does he not?
Yes, he does.
Tell me, what is on your mind?
These men who were looking for me, who are they? And why are they here?
Oh, them, of course. I have gotten too used to the presence of knights and nobles. The work of the bishop. The reason why these men are outside right now is your letter, Philip. As I suspected, it did convince my allies to go against the Earl of Shiring. These allies of mine insisted that their knight should accompany me along with their son, and very soon they will ride against the Earl.
I understand, my bishop.
Philip, I have the feeling that there is a storm rising. Right here, in Kingsbridge. And in the eye of that storm stands one man. You. Around you, things begin moving. Don't they, Remigius?
Yes.
But there is one important thing you have kept from me.
There is? My bishop?
You did not mention that you, Philip, were nominated to be Prior of Kingsbridge. The brothers here will elect their new Prior today, will they not?
The election will take place in a few hours, my bishop.
We need a strong Prior. James was my friend, but a strong Prior he was not. We are in agreement on these matters, are we not, Remigius?
Of course, Right Reverend. The bishop and I agreed you should have this.
Very well. Now, when your distinguished guests arrive, what will be the subject of your first sermon as the new Prior of Kingsbridge?
I think what I would talk about is... I beg your forgiveness, but I do not understand.
Most of your brothers agree with me on this matter. Remigius has talked to them. They will vote for you.
As will I. And I will support you in your duties in my role as sub-prior.
A role you have fulfilled wonderfully in the past, Remigius. Wonderfully.
My bishop?
Philip of Gwynedd. You will be the new Prior of Kingsbridge.
Oh.
In humbleness, I stand before you, most humbled by your trust, and humbled by the great tasks ahead of us. We must restore Kingsbridge to do justice to the glory of God and to his mercy. The desperate and the hopeless everywhere shall hear our bells. They shall see our towering cathedral. Our great church will become a guiding light, but first and foremost, through our actions and our faith, we ourselves shall be such a light. A light to the lost, the hurt, and the suffering on their path to God.
The Earl of Shiring is not in attendance, it seems.
He is not. Shameful. He's busy preparing his siege on Winchester.
I trust he does not know we are about to foil his plans, Percy.
Answer the bishop, my husband.
No, he does not expect us, not at all. My men are ready.
So is our son.
Excellent. Excellent.
There you are. What's the matter?
Did I have a father?
Yes. Everyone has a father.
What happened to him?
He died before you were born.
How could he be my father if he died before I was born?
Babies grow from a seed. The seed comes out of a man's prick and is planted in a woman's cunny. Then the seed grows into a baby in her belly, and when it's ready, it comes out.
Why did you never tell me? About father, I mean.
I needed you to be older. Trust me, once the time is right, I will tell you everything. I promise.
What was my father's name?
Jack, the same as you. They called him Jack Sherberg.
So, if there's another Jack, I can tell people that I'm Jack Jackson?
You can. People don't always call you what you want them to, but you can try. What is that? Jack, find the others. Then hide and don't come out till I tell you.
Oh, there are at least 200 of them at the river.
Knights, again? What colours do they wear?
They are not knights, Philip.
They say they cannot pay.
It is all right, Brother Paul.
I told them that there's a toll.
Who is your leader? Who will speak for you?
No one will speak for us, monk.
We were chased from every village.
They are outlaws.
Thieves!
We are no outlaws.
We come from Earl's Castle.
They killed our men.
My child! They killed my child!
By God. We cannot feed you. We barely have enough for ourselves.
We will give them shelter.
Philip, we have not enough room.
We will give you all shelter, all of you.
I wish I had more to give.
More? We've given away almost all the food we have. What will these poor people eat tomorrow?
Before they came here, they fed themselves. They worked. Surely they can do that again.
There are more coming. Word is spreading fast.
What do we do now, Philip?
Give me the rest of the bread.
But...
Here, Philip.
Then help to clean out the empty houses and tend to the injured.
You heard our prior, brothers.
How do we deserve this? Why has God forsaken us?
He has not forsaken you.
But our children are sick. Our husbands were killed.
Take some bread for your children.
This is not enough.
He has more bread. I saw it.
Please, our children are starving.
Give us bread for our children.
It was the Hamleys. They couldn't get their rotten son married to our young lady. If there is any justice in the world, the king will punish them.
Take some bread.
Only one loaf of bread for all of us? In Wigley they spat on us, and now you want to complain when this monk shows mercy. But I... Thank you, Father.
No, I'm all right. Others need it more than I.
Take it. Share it with the others, but you have to eat too.
Thank you, Father. Please, give some to those
Give
people
it
over there.
to us! We have Why did this happen? What did we
Our
do
children
wrong?
will die in this cold.
Wake
Please,
up, Pa!
let us stay. We can work.
Philip, we are running out of room.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied, and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Yes?
I am Tom, Master Builder, and I'd like to rebuild your northwest tower.
Dear God, they look even worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They just don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
I wish I could hire you. Repairs would cost much, and we have nothing.
That child? You are raising a child?
My brother found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
Look, I am sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll accept. But I'd rather earn it. We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God, then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Oh, I will pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Do they know you?
I used to live close to here, so it is possible.
Why can't Tom repair their church?
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
And they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have worked for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Maybe that monk will change his mind. He seemed nice.
He won't. I could see it in his eyes. He's a stubborn one.
Can I look around a bit?
Yes, but don't stroll too far. Be cautious of those monks. I told you the baby would be safe.
What baby?
Monks may be wimps.
Mother?
But
Not
they take
now,
care of
Jack.
them.
He will grow up to be a monk.
He will.
Well, I guess there are worse things than growing up close to God.
Hmm.
Jonathan. That's the name they've given him.
I am not a ghost, little redhead, even if I am at death's door. If you go first, I will put you in the ground. It's what I do. I'll make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one, too. when my time comes. Agreed? That's good. Good. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after. That's the secret. That is what all this here is about. You see?
Fall over already!
Yes? Oh, hello. I'm afraid we're out of food.
Who is it?
The mason's boy. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. Come back in the morning, will you?
Those poor souls. They can hardly sleep. At least they don't have to take care of a baby.
Who are you? Ah, you're one of the refugees from Earl's Castle, aren't you? Did you see how they killed people? I don't think I could take it. We monks do not do things like killing.
I will not change my mind on this matter. We will help them, all of them. Remigius, do you truly want to leave these people to die?
We should remove ourselves from the world, my prior. It is for God to decide, not us.
We will help these people. We must.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Yes?
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son? What's your name?
Jack Jackson.
Son of Jack. Well then, you may go now.
He is not the builder's son. I knew it. He is her son. And of a man called Jack. Fornicators, that's what they are. Unmarried even. That woman must be expelled from Kingsbridge.
I had no idea. I will think about it.
I wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
I'm so tired.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby. Actually, it's Jack's favourite. A lark caught in the hunter's net sang sweeter then than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey. The lark is freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
Why is the bowl on the pedestal? Do people drink here? Why is the bowl... Do people... Prior James. It won't move. Very, very dry. It would only make everything wet. If they need to build a new cathedral, Tom will get work. And we can stay here. Tom always talks about wanting to work on a cathedral. What? It's too heavy. So much smoke! I can barely breathe. I need air. There's a breeze coming from the back.
You! I know you. I am Maxima Culpa. It is you! By God and the devil! They sent you back to punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you. To all of them. For my sins. Cast me into the lake of fire.
My dear brother, only 2 days have passed since you left our priory. Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here. The Earl of Shiring was arrested. His castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate. A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin. Remigius said to expel them for their act against God, but I decided against it. They might speak their vows as soon as opportunity is offered. Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother, even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is. I pray that this letter finds you in good health. In consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I have made my peace and won't hear any more of it. I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
No! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God! Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint!
My God! My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! Don't go!
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night, then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
Someone set fire to the roof.
Do you suspect anyone?
No. The church was empty when we locked the doors.
Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something. Tell me, what do you see?
I see dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east. Like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
I see it. I see now. A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that, because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course.
Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
We must make haste. I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Earl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring Earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Philip, Waleran and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley. Ah, Philip.
What is it?
About Bartholomew's confession.
Maybe you can get him to confess.
I do not believe my prior can do more than you could, Henry.
Perhaps he knows he will die, no matter what he says.
Please excuse me.
Of course.
Percy Hamley will have the earldom of Shiring.
But would he make a good Earl?
Who cares? Stephen wanted the throne for 20 years. Now that he has it, he must be loyal to those who are loyal to him.
Who knows? Maybe Percy will make a good Earl.
From what I've heard, Lady Hamley pulls the strings.
From what I heard, this is about the cathedral in Kingsbridge. It burned down.
Yes.
Then the king should help in some manner, but not by giving away English land to the church.
Did you not say Bishop Henry was the richest man in England? Then why is he not paying for the cathedral?
God has very tight purse strings, it seems.
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains, and he will attack.
And that's what you keep telling us. Maybe because the king likes to hear that you share his worries about Robert of Gloucester.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister on the throne. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side. You mark my words.
No, I won't just leave. I must do something to help our priory.
How could you let her get away? That little bitch.
I will find her, Mother. She was here? Why?
To see her father, of course. But that won't help her. She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
No, Mother.
Monk, it's about time you showed up.
Huh? Regan Hamley? We have not been formally introduced.
You are a fool. Is that formal enough for you, Monk?
You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory. Unbelievable.
You'd better call me father.
How you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Waleran wants the lands of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you, monk?
You are only worrying about your husband's land.
Well, of course I am, and you should be too. If Waleran wins, we both lose. I know you don't trust me, but your bishops are no different from me. You are at a crossroads.
Do you have a way to prove any of this?
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waleran will betray you.
All right. I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William?
What?
Ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his war horse, and it took me some effort. On one occasion, he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse. Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his... William grabbed the startled-looking woman by the arm. He shoved his right hand under her skirt. She started crying. The other women asked William to stop, but were afraid to anger him. When he heard my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me in a strange way. They must have asked themselves why. I told him I pitied him. I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it. William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode. I could not hear much. It seemed the man had agreed on a deal with William. He received a handful of coins, and before he rode off north, I believed I heard the two mention a name. Then William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach... Just a moment.
What?
You know very well that Bishop Waleran is in Winchester now. So what are we doing here?
No idea. Mother never tells me anything. She treats me and Father like damn children. It's a wonder Father ever got to fuck her in the first place. But here I am, and I'm starving. Damn, I'm starving.
Where are you going?
In there.
No!
I'm sure the bishop would want to see me well fed. We won't be staying long, so whatever it is you gotta do it fast. How can I help you? How about you step aside?
William forgot to close his saddlebag. What are we doing here? What am I asking you for? You just did what you were told. What is that? Is this why Regan Hamley thinks that Waleran wants the lands of Shiring for himself? He is the bishop. He can do as he pleases. Perhaps he's just building a guest house. No, it is too big for that. What in the name of Christ is he building out there? What in the... The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I...
You! Please! You were here before, weren't you? Yes. I remember you. Philip, isn't it?
Yes.
Please, you have to help me.
What happened?
He forced me to serve him food. He took the Lord's name in vain, and he pushed me and touched me.
Oh, God.
Ah, the monk. Oh. Did the boy call you? So what, did he ask you for help? Did he come running to you?
You didn't have to say anything. I knew you would get us in trouble.
Trouble? Me? We're young men, he and I play rough. So what? I asked you to leave.
And that is what we will do. What will the bishop think of your behavior?
Listen, we're all on the same side here.
We are not.
You, me, him, we're all working for the bishop. He won't mind. I play rough, so what? We are all men of God. Well, I'm a man. I don't know what you call yourselves.
You are a sinner.
So what? Everyone is. The bishop told me. But my sins are forgiven.
Why would you think that?
I took Earl's castle for him.
Your parents agreed to arrest Bartholomew because they wanted his earldom.
Who cares what they think? I felled Bartholomew's men with my sword. The old man was begging me for his life. On his knees, he begged me. I did it for the bishop. But hey, I'm sure you did great things for him as well. You think my father took Earl's castle? He's too fat to ride a horse. Even Mother said I
pity you.
Again? You dare to say that again? You pity me. I pity you. You're not a man. Neither of you are.
We are men of God.
A man kills, and a man fucks. And no one talks down to me. No one! I know you saw me and that whore at the river. I would have fucked that woman if it hadn't been for you.
And what would that have achieved?
She'd have learnt her lesson. And don't you think I noticed how you spied on me and that horse thief? I should kill you for that. I should. Let me tell you, I will fuck Bartholomew's whore of a daughter. I will fuck her good. I'm a man! Damn it, I'd fuck the boy if that was the only way to put him in his place. Hell, he looks like he'd enjoy it too.
You are not a man. You are a beast.
Oh, I am a man. But yes, there is a beast in me. It hunts and kills like no other. I unleashed it for the bishop. And my sins are forgiven.
Not even God would forgive those sins.
Of course he would. He already did. The bishop told me.
Then the bishop is wrong.
Hey, we're on the same side here. Now, we will stay here a while longer, as I've not finished eating. Shit.
If the bishop finds out about this, he will not be pleased. I have to fix this.
Make him go. I want him to leave. Now.
Throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
What?
Hell. It is a depiction of hell.
The bishop said the relief intimidates even his most impious visitors. They all fear death.
I'm not afraid to die.
Do not fear those who kill the body. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body. In hell.
Who's he?
The devil. A fallen angel.
I have nothing to be afraid of.
The cowardly, the unbelieving, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those who practice magic arts, the idolaters, and all liars. Their souls are the devil's. They will all go to hell.
Stop it! Hell is far away. I'm not afraid.
We should leave.
I'm not done here yet. We stay.
I better put it back and tidy up the table. And if anyone's name was not found written in the Book of Life, He was thrown into the lake of fire.
What's that? It's from the scripture. The end of days.
The second death of the sinners.
Bishop Waleran said that if a sinner stares into the flame, the devil stares back from the lake of fire. What?
I can't see him. What is it?
We ride back to Winchester. Now!
What happened?
Maybe he saw things to come.
How can I thank you?
Tell me, what is being built out there?
What?
A substantial construction is underway, it seems.
Yes, but...
What is it?
A castle. The bishop is building a castle.
A castle? Why a castle?
I don't know. It is not for me to ask or question the bishop.
Of course.
And I doubt it's for you to question him either. That man, William, had no idea why you two came here, had he? You came here to spy on the bishop. You brought this man here. Leave! Go! But leave the tableware.
I only wanted to tidy up the table.
Of course. I knew you couldn't be trusted ever since I saw you stealing hay from our stable when you first came here.
There you are. My son seemed thoughtful when he returned.
You priests and your talk. You always get to him.
He seemed more excited after talking to your bishop, though. Then again, we know Waleran is good with words. Don't we, my husband?
Of course, yes.
Speaking of Waleran, what did you find, monk?
A construction site.
Ah. So Waleran has a building project of his own. Did you also find out what he is building?
A castle.
Yes. He is building a castle for himself. And he used up every stone and every tree on his own lands. He claims he wants Bartholomew's land for your cathedral. But what Waleran wants is a castle.
He's always been like that.
Not long ago, you accused us of being selfish. But what about your bishop, eh?
What do you want from me?
As Prior of Kingsbridge, you will agree that my husband shall have the whole earldom of Shiren.
And why would I do you a favor like that?
Because we will support the rebuilding of your cathedral with our stones and our timber.
The king can live up to all of his promises, and Waleran gets nothing.
That is our offer. What do you say?
No, we have no deal.
Why not?
We made you a good offer.
You need me. The king still considers giving all the lands of the earldom to Waleran to rebuild our cathedral. You need this deal with me just as much as I do.
This is... Oh. We taught this fool well, it seems.
What are your terms, father?
No terms, no deals. This is not who I am.
Suit yourself. Remember, I warned you. I know you started all of this, not Waileran. You will see his true face when he does not get what he wants. And remember, what happens next will be on your head.
Good day.
You come to visit someone in my jail, Father? Or do you want to pick out a nice warm cell for yourself?
How dare you?
Oh, I'm just pulling your leg. See? A smile, just for you, Father.
I must do something to help. Would you not rather build a castle, my bishop?
What?
A castle like this, I mean. Do you not find this place remarkable? Winchester Castle?
Of course. It is.
Please excuse me. Tomorrow the king will announce his decision. Until then, they won't allow a simple monk like me into the keep. I can't let anyone know what Waileran and Henry tried to... I doubt anyone would even be surprised. Bishop Henry said Bartholomew is in the jail. Bishop Henry sends me.
The bishop, eh? What does he want?
He wants me to talk to Bartholomew of Shiring.
Bartholomew of Shiring? Ah. It's only Bartholomew now. It's his 4th day without bread. Soon he won't even be Bartholomew anymore.
Bartholomew, I am Brother Philip. Could you forgive those that wronged you?
Only God forgives. A monk should know that.
Why did you go against the king?
Stephen sent you. Why would you side with the usurper?
I was asked to make you confess.
Stronger men tried that before you. Why should I confess to you?
Your people found refuge in my priory. Your confession will help me to give them work and shelter.
I have no sins to confess. My only regret is that I failed.
I will not tell the king that. They will kill you.
They have already done that. Monk, tell them that I confessed.
To what?
All of it. Treason.
But...
The son shall not suffer for the iniquity of the father. Tell Stephen that as well.
You know the scripture?
Richard and Aliena, my children. They must live.
And a good day to you too, Father.
He confessed to everything, but he asks for clemency for his children.
Good. I will let my brother know what we have achieved today once he returns from the hunt.
Good, Philip. You did well.
About Bartholomew's children.
My brother was never one to judge a man by the deeds of his father. Still, I shall mention Bartholomew's request to him.
Maybe I should come back tomorrow.
Yes, there is not much a monk can do here.
Yes, your bishop and I will do what we can to help your priory.
My loyal subject, Percy Hamley, today becomes the Earl of Sharing. Of the former Earl's possessions, Percy shall have the castle. And all the land that is tenanted to knights, and all farmlands, pastures, forests, and quarries.
I swear by all that is holy to be your liegeman, and to fight for you against any other.
My king...
Ah, yes. Of course, I have not forgotten the worries of my bishops. The Earl of Sharing himself, Percy here, solved this problem for me. Thanks to him, I can uphold my promise. Don't worry, Bishop Waleran. Kingsbridge shall be rebuilt. Percy told me of a man here whom my brother has not yet introduced. Come forward, Prior.
My brother, may I present to you Philip of Gwynedd?
My king.
You seem afraid. What are you worried about?
I have heard that Robert of Gloucester might ride against you as well. That worries me, my king.
Why is it that all of my liegemen have less sense than you? I shall not forget you or your words, Philip of Kingsbridge. But we shall deal with Robert and his sister another day. Now, about the arrangement between you and Percy Hamley. He told me that he wants to support you in financing timber and stone for your new cathedral. I wholeheartedly agree with the plan you two have devised. It shall be done.
But...
Thank you, my lord.
It seems unnecessarily complicated to give the land to the bishop. Percy told me that you, Father Philip, share that sentiment. He told me it was your idea to take up the burden of managing the rebuilding of the cathedral yourself.
Wonderful.
I'm glad that we all were able to help you, Bishop Waleran, in this pressing matter. After all you have done for me.
Thank you, Lord King.
Bartholomew lost everything in his attempt to end my reign. This morning he was found dead in his cell. I've heard that you, Prior, worry for his children, Richard and Aliena. While they shall lose their status, their name, and their land, they shall go free, wherever they are.
You must be very proud, Lady Hamley.
Of course. Father Philip has been very understanding in all this.
Yes, he is remarkable. Very remarkable.
My husband and I were terrified when we heard about the fire in Kingsbridge. It is a blessing that we can help him on his priory now.
You sowed the wind, Philip.
Is everyone ready?
Yes, everyone will be there. I don't see why I have to come.
Listen, I know you were the one who stole the keys. Philip knows that as well, but he never told anyone, not even Remedius. We believe you can do better. You will do better. The least you can do now is show respect for our prior. Is that understood, Brother Marcus?
Yes.
What was that?
Yes, of course.
But how are we to pray and contemplate like this? I don't dare even to send my choir out there.
We shall get used to it, all of us.
We must be thankful for all of this, for each noise, each face that disturbs us here.
We shall start with the chancel, then gradually work our way from east to west. That's the way it's done, the way I was taught to do it.
I value your enthusiasm, my dear Mason, but so far we're only cleaning up. I haven't even considered hiring a master builder yet, neither you nor anyone else.
May I show you some drawings?
By all means.
When we walk around the site, we mark where the walls will be, the pillars, the doors and buttresses. Now for that we need a plan like this, to tell us where to place our pegs and string.
Is this how birds would see our church?
Exactly. The chancel will have 4 bays.
What about the nave?
The nave is on the left. It has 6 bays.
I can see the transept is 2 bays wide, so it will be 12 in total. It does look splendid, but isn't that rather small?
Oh, can you afford to build it bigger?
I have trouble affording it at all. Percy Hamley would support us with timber and stone, but how do we pay the workers? But only God knows if it will be enough. I don't suppose you have any idea how much this would cost.
You never know what might happen, but give or take, we'll need at least £3,000.
I've spent the last few weeks working out the annual income of the Priory. Here's the answer. £300 a year, and we spend every penny. Go on now, show me the rest of your drawing.
If you were facing the cathedral with the front wall torn down, you would see it like this.
Interesting. What's that, coming out from above the entrance?
You recognise the aisles?
Of course. I've been in quite a few churches in my time.
Did you know then that their purpose is to support the nave?
Fascinating. I must say, you do know your craft, Master Builder.
The nave will be about 32 feet high and will appear even higher.
Drawing the eye heavenward with its loftiness.
Well said. A chamber worthy of God.
I always wondered how walls this high could hold up so well.
Not many understand the importance of the aisles.
I can imagine.
That's the tower, of course.
I thought so, but why is it right above the nave? Shouldn't it be closer to the transept?
Oh, don't be fooled. The tower is, of course, farther back, but one cannot show depth in a drawing.
Ah, of course. How high will it be?
How high would you like it to be?
Oh, I am not looking for another Tower of Babel. Just for something modest, yet awe-inspiring. What about the other drawings?
Imagine you're standing in the center of the nave, looking at the wall. This is what you see.
Are those windows?
Right, but that's not all. On top are the clear-story windows. On the lowest level are the pillars of the arcade. They're joined by arches making up the bays. Through the archways you can see the windows in the aisle. Shall I go on?
Yes, yes, of course. I was just thinking. Keep going.
The clear story makes up 2/3 of the upper half. It's important that the wall is well proportioned to hold and to look beautiful. Starting right in the middle is the Tribune Gallery.
I can see you have put a lot of thought into this. I was just wondering, how long would this take to build? You can take your time with that answer.
Well, that depends on how many people you employ. If you can afford 60 masons, you could build the whole church at once instead of working from east to west. That might take 8 years, maybe 10.
I wish my monastic officials had your ability to think ahead and calculate. So, I need to find £200 a year. It doesn't sound so bad when you put it that way. You really want to build this cathedral yourself, don't you?
Yes, Father. I want you to appoint me Master Builder.
Why?
Because he wants to give people hope.
Is that so? Then answer me this one last question. If people were to enter your church, what image would they see crowning the tympanum above the entrance? One of Judgment Day to teach people to be good? Or one of Paradise to remind them of God's mercy?
Show them hell, so that they're afraid to do bad things.
I'd rather see trees and animals.
It should be a promise that evil will be punished. Therefore, it will show the day of judgment.
Milius, is there news of my brother?
No, unfortunately not. No one has seen or heard from him since the Bishop and Percy Hamley were here.
Papa, will there be statues inside?
Statues?
Oh. That's enough, children. It's time you went out and played. Prior.
Yes?
My first wife, Agnes. She died without a priest, and she's buried in unconsecrated ground. Sometimes a man builds a chapel, or founds a monastery, in the hope that in the afterlife God will remember his piety. I just wonder, do you think my design might serve to protect Agnes's soul?
God no longer asks for blood sacrifices, for the ultimate sacrifice has already been made. But the lesson of Abraham's story is that God demands the best we have to offer, that which is most precious to us. So you must ask yourself, is this design the best thing you could offer?
Except for my children. Yes.
Then rest easy, Tom Builder. God will accept it.